Let us let us start our class. So in the last class, we are discussing about the structure of the thesis. Then we had discussed about that how style of the writing of the research thesis and how the research paper can be also written. So rest of the things we have to discuss. And structure of the thesis we had discussed about the what will be the contents of the text. Let me share the slides. So in the last class we are discussing about the that what are the instructions and the guidelines for the writing of the research paper or research thesis. We are discussing about the research thesis. Then we had discussed about that how some of the points can be undertaken for a research scholar. So we had discussed in a very brief manner, we had discussed about the thesis structure from the very beginning, if you remember, that what will be the chapters and what will be the contents of the thesis. And then we are discussing about the writing guidelines, that what are the things which we have to take care of that, that instead of you, I, we generally refer we in the structure of the sentences. So superlative may be avoided, and there must be active and passive sentences. So sentences must be short, not more than 10 to 15 words in a sentence, and generally A and D can be used. So we had discussed about this writing guidelines in our last class, and we have to consult sometimes the dictionary, because the dictionaries are unfailing friends of a research scholar. And whenever there is a doubt or any confusion, he must consult a dictionary, Thesis, or for improving the flow of the sentences. And we had discussed about the format of the guidelines of the structure of the thesis also, and how the tables and our figures can be incorporated in our chapters of the thesis also. So today we are also going to discuss about the basic guidelines for writing the thesis also. So generally there are two way of writing, footnotes and endnotes. We had discussed in our last class also that nowadays footnotes have become very much popular also, since on the very same page a reader goes through the citations or the references of the any sentence or the quotations which are or passages which have been taken from any text or any secondary sources. But nowadays, parenthesis has also become one of the popular mode of referencing. So we'll discuss again that how we have to take care and what are the American Psychological Association APA system, MLA system, Chicago manual system. So we'll discuss with some of the examples also that how we have to put our references. But in the notes, there was a time that when the end of the chapter, we are having the end notes. But nowadays, footnotes are, you can say, common in Western universities and Indian universities and our Asian countries also. So generally, a research scholar must use footnotes for the long passages, and he can also use the parenthesis, and we must give the paragraphs also. So paragraph, and if you are quoting any passage from the text, that is the Tipitaka or any Tibetan literature or Chinese literature, then in the computer we will find that there is a tab. We have to put the tab also so that there will be a indent. So the from where the sentences or the passages are coming, there must be one tab so that one can understand very easily that this passage has been taken from the text also. We'll see that how the indents are also given. And we have to put in the chapters also 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like that. There are generally 5 to 6 subsections in a chapter. So there are subsections also we have to put as per the need of the chapters also. So the technical terms which are available in the text, it must be underlined. And we should not put the bold or in any another form of the font also. So there must not be any underlining of the words also. Since there was a time when there was no facilities of the computer and there was no any system of giving the italics form in hand typewriter. Nowadays, there is a facilities for putting the italics. So we can use the italics, no underline of the words. And quotations marks must be given. And single quotations marks are used to distinguish words, concepts of the short phrases. So a single inverted comma can be given for a passage which has been taken from the text, and double inverted comma can be used when there are more than 25 words. So it is given by the Chicago Manual of Writing that how we have to put single inverted comma and the double inverted comma when there are less than words. We can put a single passage, and if there are about 25 words, then we can put double inverted comma. So these are the standard way of writing, and larger sections of the quoted text should be set off from the running text by a blank line before and after quoted text, and the text should be intended on the left side. So if you see in the thesis, research thesis, whenever you are quoting the long passage, it must be one tab from the running passage also. And there will be one, we have to give the space by putting enter on the computer so that there will be a space from the running passage also. And whenever the passage ends, we have to come from the original passage of the our thesis. So it is a best way of writing the things. Now, what are the definitions for giving the referencing, and the how sometimes in the examinations it can be asked, and what are the useful or what is the benefit of giving the references? First of all, referencing is a process of citing or documenting the source of quotes, theories, ideas, illustrations, and diagrams that you have used in writing your university assignments. So we have already discussed in the beginning also that whatever you are writing, there must not be any abrupt statement. It must be given by references or citations must be given. So citations shows that how much books you have gone through or how many journals you have gone through. And you are citing or documenting the source of quotes or theories or ideas. It shows that you are very much concerned about the research ethics also. Referencing is a standardized method of formatting the information sources you have used in your assignment or written work. Any given referencing style serves two purposes. First of all, that you are acknowledging the source, that from where you are taking this passage. Secondly, that those who are examining the thesis or who are the readers of the thesis, they are also able to trace the source from where the research scholar has given the passage. So this is the benefit of the referencing, that you are able to acknowledge the source from where you are citing the references. Second, that you are also allowing the examiner or the readers to know about the passage easily, that from where it has been taken. All the references to be cited in the text within parenthesis, citing surname, we have already discussed. I had also given the example last time that suppose there is a author, Professor Govind Chandra Pandey, G.C. Pandey. He has written the book Origins of Buddhism. It has been published by Motilal Banarsi Das, 1975, New Delhi. So it is not necessary to write all these details in each references. It looks very awkward sometimes that you are putting the whole references in a very detailed manner. So in the running passage of the text or the thesis in the chapters, you can put Valli Pandey GC, comma, 1975, colon, then you put the page number and the details you are giving in the bibliography. We'll discuss that what is the bibliography, how we are going to put the bibliography through the APA system, MLS system, Chicago manual. There are 3, 4 which are very much common, and we have to put like this. So, but here in a very short manner, you are putting the references. So the parenthesis has become more popular nowadays also. Now the references should be arranged alphabetic by surname initials. So you can put in like uh, by the surname also, or by alphabetically you can put any things initials. You can put if it is more common, like DJ Kalupahana DJ or Kalupahana. You can put in which year the book has been published. You have to put and then history of causality, like that you can put like this. So year of publication, title, publisher, and the place footnotes completely to be avoided. There is no need of giving all the references in a detailed manner on each and every page. So it creates a problem to the reader and the examiners also. All the discussions should be incorporated in the text, the book, collected anthology, readings, or etc. So journals should be italics. Whenever you are putting the references of journal, the name of the journal will be in italics form. But the title of the paper will be not italics. So we'll give the examples, and the running passage will be having only 20 point normal writing, all not all capitals for name and book, whatever you are writing, and generally the Unicode which are available in new code fonts are available in all the computers. So a research scholar is supposed to use only the Unicode fonts in the writing of the thesis. Nowadays, the hard copy of the thesis is not being sent to the examiners. Only the soft copy is being sent. Sometimes the fonts which are not available in the computer or a laptop, then it creates problem. So it is supposed to use Unicode font in the writing of the chapters of the thesis. In the standard citations, the ISSN number and ISBN number or name should be quoted. Of course, sometimes for more clarity, within parentheses, the publishing institution and the place are given also. Sometimes people are also giving in the parentheses the ISSN number and ISBN number. So it also shows that how much you are concerned about the say citations or referencing. Citing an article from a journal, we'll discuss again, but let me discuss first of all that what is the bibliography and how bibliography through the APA system, MLA system, or Chicago Manual of System are being cited or references are given. Sometimes we also see that in the end of the thesis, there are appendices. So our illustrations are also given, those who are using the diagrams, photographs, or images, any art paper. So appendices normally includes research-related material that does not fit easily or suitably in the body of the paper. Sometimes research papers which are related to your research topic, but they are not related with your chapters of the thesis or the main objectives of your thesis. So for the sake of the readers and the examiners, you can put it in the appendices. So appendices they are not directly related with the chapters of the thesis. They are somehow related with the scope of your research topic which you are doing. So these are called as a supplementary data or which are useful to other readers also. They can give insights or the ideas for further research also. So appendix is positions as the final section of your dissertations or the thesis. And if there are more than one appendix, you can put appendix 1, A1, A2, A3 like that. So here we are coming to the bibliography. It is also called as Granth Suchi. So bibliography of the sources actually used in the preparation of a reference paper or the thesis comes at its end. It contains not all the sources consulted, but only those that have actually finished material. Sometimes it is observed that the persons who have not consulted the books or the journals, they are putting those journals and the books in the bibliography. So it is strictly directed to all the research scholars that until unless you do not go through the book or the journals, you should not cite the references in the end of the bibliography, because examiners are more concerned about the bibliography also. Examiners first of all go through the bibliography, that which book you have consulted for your literature review, and how the research problems have been prepared, and how the hypotheses have been prepared based upon that literature review. So it is supposed that only put those names of the journals and the books which you have really consulted, because sometimes examiners ask questions related with the bibliography. So only those which have been consulted for your chapters of your thesis, only you give the names of the books and the journals. Its main purpose is to enable a reader to see at the glance the range of the works cited in the footnotes. Whatever the name of the books of the journals and the books you are citing in the footnotes or in the parenthesis, they must come into the bibliography. So it is advised that those books which have been given in the footnotes, they must come whether they are primary sources or the secondary sources, not for the sake of filling the pages. You put the names of the books and the journals. Only those which have been really consulted by the researcher scholar, only those books can be given. What is the bibliography style which we are going to discuss today? Mainly that there are many styles of giving the references of the books also, and the periodicals and the journals also. So generally the books, periodicals, miscellaneous like reports, brochures, government gadget, and electronic sources are given. How these can be given as a bibliography in the end of the thesis. So see, there are only three which are more common nowadays. That is American Psychology Association APA system. You can go through the website also, www.apastyle.org. There is another Chicago Manual of Style, Chicago Style. There is a website also, Chicago Manual of Style org. And the third is Modern Language Association of America, MLA system. So that has also been given, www.mla.org/style. There is a fourth which is also more common to the European countries, Harvard Law Review Association. That is the Blue Book Uniform Style of Citations. So these four are very much common to humanities and the arts and the social sciences. But after every 1 or 2 years, they are changing their style of writing. So a research scholar must be aware that time to time what APA system, MLA system, or Chicago Manual of Harvard, how they are giving changes in their style of giving references. Last time in 2016 and 2018, the Chicago Manual and American style APA system and MLS system. They have revised. That is the ninth edition of the MLS system or APA system. So before going to give the references through APA or Chicago Manual or modern MLS system, one must go through the website, the latest version of a style of referencing of the chapters. And one must be also aware that if you are using APA system in your referencing for the whole chapters, you have to accept APA system. It is not advisable that in one chapter you are giving APA system and in another chapter you are putting the Chicago manual or the MLA system. So you have to adopt to only one way of a style of writing in your thesis. So this is the and how the books are or the journals or the periodicals or the website, how they are given one by one APA system, MLA system, Chicago manual or Harvard, we are giving the references. So see here, we are giving the examples of the book. So you will see there are three colors of the giving references. The first is the APA, second is the Chicago manual, and third is the MLS system. You can recognize it by the colors also. See the style of giving the references. First of all, the name of the exam author is being given. B. Burge, but the surname is given first, Burge B. Then year of the publication of the book, 2001. We have to put like this. And sometimes we have also seen there is a no, sometimes in the APA system, before 2016, there was no system of giving the brackets, only the dot after Burj B 2001. But nowadays it has been given bracket also. Then see the first letter of the word of the book will be in capital letters, qualitative. Then after that, the word will be not in italics. First letter of the word will be not in italics. Like qualitative research for the social sciences. This is the name of the book. You see, the first letter of the qualitative is in capital letter. After that, it is not in capital letter. Then you have to put dot. Then your name of the place where the book has been published. Then London. Then colon. Then you have to put the name of the publisher. So this is the APA system. But how does it differs from the Chicago APA system? Differs uh, with our Chicago. In Chicago, if you will see that the name of the author is given, Barjubi, then name of the book is given here. But here see that name of the book in all the words, the first letter is in capital letter. Qualitative research for the social sciences. So see how it changes from APA system. Then here the name of the place where it has been published. Then year of the name of the publisher, Ellen and Bacon. And then lastly, year of the publications has been given. That is 2001. So this is the way of Chicago manual. Now come to the MLS system. Burj Benjamin. Here we are seeing that the full name has been given. In APA system and Chicago manual, we have seen in abbreviated form, Burj B. But here, the full name has been given, Burj, the surname, comma, Benjamin, then dot, then qualitative research for the social sciences. All letters of the words are, the first letters are in capital letter, cap letters. Then name of the place where it has been published, then Ellen and Bacon, and 2001. So this is the way of writing APA, Chicago, or MLS system for writing of the books. Let us see for the, so only one style, whether it is APA system, Chicago manual, or MLS system, it must be adopted for bibliography. Now comes to the journals, how the journals are being given. So see here also there are three colors. First is the APA, second is the Chicago, and third is the MLS system. So see how the journals are being given. If you see, the name of the journals is in italics form in all the three. So the Journal of Indian Water Works Association, this is in italics. The journals are being given. First of all, the name of the writers are given, Patkar BN and Sampath Kumar D. There are two authors. Then it was published in 1993. It is in bracket, that is the APA system. A GIS support to water distribution planning and management. This is the name of the paper. So see here also the first letter, AGIS. It is in capital letter, otherwise the other letters are in normal way. Journal, the name of the journal is in italics, then comma, then volume number. In what is the volume number of the journals? 25. And there are 2 or 3 issues of in a year. Then this is the first issue of the 25th volume. Then comma, then you have to put page number 141 to 147. This article comes. Again, the second, that is the Chicago manual. If you see, Patkar BN Sampath Kumar D. Then here see the name of the title of the paper is the first letter of each word is having the capital letter. AGI support water distribution planning and management. So the name of the Journal of Indian Water Works Association, the name of the volume, and which issue, the first issue, 1993. So here the publication name has been given after the volume number. And then page number. There are number of pages from 141 to 147. So see the difference in APS system, we are not putting the PP, that is the pages, but here there is a page number, PP, it shows Chicago manual. Then MLS system, we see how the style of the referencing of the journals is given. Patkar Vivek N and D. Sampath Kumar, the name NAGI support to water distribution, planning and management, the name of the journal. Then again, there is a more clear here in MLS system that volume number 1, volume number 25, number 1 issue, it was published in January 1993. So the name of the month is also indicated here. Then there is a colon. In previous, if you see, there is no any colon, only the comma, but here there is a colon. Then page number 141 to 147. So this is the style of giving the references of the journal through APA, Chicago, and MLS system. Now, how the other miscellaneous like periodicals reports are being given. So sometimes the reports are given by the institutions also, like CISDS publications. This is the Center for Development Studies or Center for Indian Studies. So like how this Particle B 2010 APA system, Information and Communication Technology Age, colon a perspective. So this is the name of the uh, report which has been taken by the Center for International Strategic and Development Study, CISDS publication number 4. So this is the periodicals or the reports which are being prepared. Then through the Chicago manual, if you see Particle B, Information and Communication Technology Age, a Perspective, Mumbai Center for International Strategic and Development Studies, March 2010, CISDS, publication 4. So see here the year of the publication in APA system comes first, just after the name of the author. But here in the Chicago, it comes after the name of the institutions like Center for International Strategic and Development. Then third, Patkar Vivek, Informations and Communications Technology Age, a Perspective, Mumbai Center for International Strategic Development, March 2010, then CIS Publications 4, it is in bracket. So this is the way of giving the miscellaneous items like periodicals and other things. Now the references are being taken by from the websites. How the websites can be given in the bibliography. How we can give the references of the matters which have been taken through the electronic mode, through the Google, through the websites and other things. So see how you have to put, suppose you have taken British Library 2005, measuring our value from where the British Library it comes from London, then British Library accessed on July 30th, 2010. So you have to put the access that on which date you have downloaded or you have consulted this matter also. And then you note down the website also. There is a website also that how you have to put the exact website also. So it is that when you are accessing, then where it is the www.bluk.pdf, you just copy it and then you can put in your bibliography chapters also. So that will be recorded also. And nowadays people are also giving the time also that at which time on July 30th, 2010, it was accessed. So nowadays in APA system, times are also given that in the night or in the daytime, you are consulting this. Then British Library, this is the APA system in the first one. The second one is the Chicago manual. So Chicago manual, they're giving references like this, the British Library. So in the first APA system, we have seen that the first letter of the paper or the book is in the first letter is in caps letter or other letters are not in cap. But here in the Chicago manual, we are saying that all letter measuring our value 2005, this is in italics or all letters of the words in first letters are in cap letters. So putting the references, that website you have to put just below of that references, and when it was accessed on 30th July 2008. Then MLS system, the British Library measuring our value 2005, STTP, then you give PDF 30th July 2008. So this is the way of giving. So here in the Chicago and the MLS system, the dates are given in the end, but in the APA system, accessed on July 30th, it is being given before the name of the website. So this, whenever you are putting in your thesis bibliography, first you are giving the primary sources, all the references, then you are giving the name of the journals and the dictionary and the encyclopedias, and in the last you are giving the name of the electronic data or the resources which you have accessed. If there are more than 2, 3, then you can put the headings also like electronic resources or web resources like that. So this is the style of that anyone can go through it also. So there are some of the uh, bibliography style of giving in our research report also. Whenever we are giving the uh, project report or the research report, not only in thesis or the dissertation or the research paper, but if we are having any report or related with our research project, then it can be also put like this. So first of all, bibliography in the research report can be given table of the cases, table of the laws, then books, periodicals, and bibliographic materials. So in the table of cases, judicial decisions listed by the country or international jurisdictions in the alphabetical order. This is the related with the legal research report. But in our this medical report also, in our social sciences, there are so many anthropological or sociological population studies. These reports are being submitted. So in that way, a research scholar can put the table of cases, how many cases he has put, then table of the laws or the, you can say, cases they can put, and the books, periodicals, bibliographic materials they can be given. So this is the another, you can say, sample of the giving references in our table of the cases related to the legal research, like Ethiopia, France, Nigeria. If you are having, then you can put like suppose a research scholar of Buddhist studies is using that status of Buddhist in North India. Then in North India, there are so many countries which are having the Buddhist faith. So in that way, the name of the states can be given and the references can be given like this. So table of the laws like this. So this is the way of giving the, that how the references with the reports can be given. So here these are the books references. So the periodicals related with the reports, that how reports in the, it is in the same way we can put in the APA system or MLS system or Chicago Manual of System or Harvard system. Now, what are the giving the methods of the giving references in the chapters or on the pages, we are using the footnotes. In the footnotes, if the name of the text comes one by one, then there is no need of giving the repetitions of the name of the authors also. We do not repeat it. But generally, research scholar put the name IBID, IBID, which means that the same book has been given as a reference also. So see the example, if you will see in the example that first Sane B 1993, this is the APA system. Learning history, it is in italics. The name of the book will be italics. Then name of the place, New York, and then academic place, P7. This is the first reference. Then again, the same next reference comes the same book from the, but the page number are differing. It is not the same of the page number one. So how it has been given, even if it is the page number same, then it is okay. Otherwise, ibid, then comma, p dot 19, or sometimes people are not writing ibid, ibid, but just only id. It means that the same book has been repeated and the page number 19. This is the way of that when the name of the book or the name of the author is repeated. Again, the next day, if you see that how the another way of writing, that after some references, the same book is again given reference. Then if you see third number, Roy J. 2000, then name of the book, Indian History, Mumbai, top press, page 141. But see, in the fourth, there is another book which has been given. But in the fifth references of the footnote is the same book. Then there is no need of giving the ibid. Here it is written Opchit. Opchit means the name of the book has been given earlier of the references which is coming. So here Opchit means if you go through the third number, the name of the Roy J 2000 is coming. So we have to put, but the page number is differing here. So Opchit, comma, P dot 235. So this is the way of giving ibid and opchit. So these are, you can say, shortcuts of giving the references. It does not look nice that you are repeating the name of the book again and again. So generally it is given ibid or opchit. So here opchit is short for Latin opus citatum, meaning in the work cited, used to refer to an earlier citation. So this is the this book has been already cited, opchit. So examples we have seen just now, that the third and the fifth, how opchit is being used here. So in the whole thesis, how the words can be distributed and how the chapters we have seen that there are altogether 6 chapters in a thesis. First chapter is the introduction and the last chapter is the conclusion. The 4 main chapters are given. The 4 main chapters are related with your main objectives of your thesis. There are generally 4 or 5 main objectives of your research topic. So the whole 6 chapters are being distributed. Generally, the standard size of the thesis is 350 pages. Generally, more than 300 and 350. This is the most ideal pages of the thesis. And in one sentence, there are only 10 to 15 words, and there are 20 to 25 lines also. You have to put 12 font size, as well as you have to use double space also, not single space. In the running thesis of the passage or the matter, we have to put double spaces. So generally, there are 10 to 15 words in one line, or there are 20 to 25 lines also. So altogether, there are not more than 200 or 250 words in a page, less than that also. And if you multiply with a 350 pages, then you can estimate that how many words are coming altogether. So the whole thesis can be divided under this, you can say, a structure of the words also. So how we can put introduction part, there are only 500 words of the whole thesis. Theory and literature review, there are 30% method of data collections. There are 1500 words, 15% words, which are of the total thesis we can use for the research methodology, that which type of data a research scholar is going to adopt. Then case study, if you have, then you can give the references. Then the whole analysis of the four chapters consists of your 20% of your words also, and conclusion and the scope of the study and the impact of your findings, it comes under the 10% of the whole words of your thesis also. So this is only suggestive, not it is compulsory. It can be managed by a research scholar, that how the whole 300 pages can be distributed in your chapters also. How you are putting all this. But this is only a suggestion that how you can put your words. Sometimes we see that introductory part are very large, but the analysis part becomes very short also. So research scholar must be aware also that how we have to put generally 50 pages are meant for one chapters, not less than 50 pages. So if you multiply with uh, 6 chapters, then it will come as 300 pages at least. So 300 pages, more than 300, there are 50 pages you can manage in your analysis in the 4 chapters, or the introductory part, or in the our conclusion part. So that is the another way of distribution of the pages also, or the words in the chapters also. So how the sentence can be framed in our chapters or in the whole thesis, how we can use all these things, and how a person can be very much comfortable also. Examiner can be also very much comfortable in going through the books. We have already discussed that their sentences must be in a short form, not in a large form. There must not be any, you can say, multiple sentences in one sentence. So sentences must be broken, and sentences must be in lucid manner. The ideas must be expressed in a very simple manner, and it must be understood to the readers and the examiners also. So how the sentence are being framed? So up to 8 words, if you are putting in a sentence, then it is understood that it is very easy. 90% it is understandable by other parts. If you are putting more than or 11 words, it is fair easy. Then 17 words, it is called as a standard in a sentence, one sentence. And then if it is more than 17, 21 words, it is fairly difficult. So, and if it becomes 25, it becomes difficult for the readers and the examiners. And if it becomes 29 words and more, it is very difficult. So we have to make, and it depends upon research scholars to research scholars, what type of expression of ideas he is using, how he is able to express his own idea. Every author has his own style of writing the sentences, but generally the sentences are written in a very simple manner in the thesis. It is not your book which you are going to publish it. When you are going to publish it, or when you are going to speak on the stage, or if you are giving the reports to the newspaper, you can use very good words, very idiomatic words also. But in the research thesis or dissertation papers, language must be in a very lucid manner. It should not create any problem to the examiner or to the reader also. So that is why it is supposed that very short sentences be written for the chapters also. So there are some of the genders we have to also take care of that. Instead of chairman, we have to put chairperson also. It indicates both male and female also. So writing a style evaluations, that how this can be, a style of the writing can be undertaken. So let us finish here because the time is up. We will discuss the remaining portion in our next class. Also tomorrow we can discuss it. If you have any questions related with referencing and the style of writing of the books, journals, periodicals, by the way of APA system, MLS system, Chicago manual, or Harvard style of referencing, you can ask the questions. You are most welcome.